So, this guy isn't really part of the channel anymore. Or this. Or this. Or this. I didn't talk about this, but yeah. Or this. Or this. Or these. Yeah, you know, he can stay. He just needs a redo. So, for some reason, I made all those. More than I needed. And I finally decided I want to change it from, because E2s, let's be real, although I do like this, I'm not going to lie, and there's good E2 OCs, I'm going to say that there's like people who do good backstories, good liveries, but just, you know, it's not the best base to use. I'm not going to lie, that's just the truth in the community. And I've kind of been wanting to change it, not going to lie. I've been thinking about it, just I never really done anything with it. And the thing that really got me to do this is talking with some friends and kind of just bringing it up or having it brought up and it just being decided. Kind of like, yeah, this is kind of cool or something. I just kind of ended up doing it and I really like it because I did, like my Rosie edit, my red Rosie, I did a concept edit of this and I really like it. I'll put it up on screen. And just, I don't know, I really like the dock tanks, or I'm going to call them S100s, like the other name for them. I just like them a lot, even just apart from like Rosie and that, the design, like, not the TV series. I don't like how in the TV series the little like piston rod thing goes from the piston to the middle wheel. No, I like it going all the way to the back with like the big valve gear thing. That's the kind of like, not the TV version, the real life version. And so, just, you know, why not make it my favorite class, huh? Because those are my favorite. So, stopping rambling on that, and this face is not held on well. Yeah, it's just, I finally decided to change it. And, the second thing about this. This series. I made a community post about this, and talked about it with some people. But, I'm gonna be, let's see, how do I put this? I'm gonna be redoing it a third time. And I know. I've already done this 2 times, both years apart. Hopefully this next one will not be a year apart from the rest. Because, here's the thing. 1, changing my OC. So, either way, it'd be out about in E2 and before Soda, or the entire series. And I'm not big on that. Like, I wouldn't do like, oh, my OC was rebuilt from a E2 into a dock tank sort of thing. No, I want to redo it to where that's like the canon, you could say. But I'm not just redoing it because it's a dock tank now. No, although that's kind of what pushed me to it. When I'm thinking, and a friend of mine actually, Star Hunter, he brought up a pretty good idea for the thing before Soda, or like a plot-wise. Because I want to take this one maybe a bit more seriously with like time dates and something, or stuff like that. So, I don't know, just talking with him, he brought up some good stuff, and I really do want to use that now, because it's just a good idea overall compared to, like, the original one being built in a train garage. I admit it has flaws, and the writing, I tried writing a script for the second episode, and I don't think I'm ever going to, show the script off, but it's probably just the writing in it. Probably looking back on it, what I did, it probably wasn't that good with the character interactions, so I hoped to do a better job with this one. So overall, I want to redo it a third time. I think that's for the best, you could say. And like I said, I don't talk about it a lot, my like ideas, but for that series, I have a few I have ideas that I really want to just go on, but I have to get to it first. I don't know why I'm saying "but" like that. Yeah, it's something I really want to do, and that's a step I want to do to making a better version than the other 2. So to point out kind of the obvious here, as you can see, there's 2 of them. Like, one for this, or this for this one, the new version. But what's this one for? You may say this one. Half true. I want to make this one into kind of like a general, no specific character dock tank. What I want to do with it, I want it to be just completely, like, matte Wartime black sort of thing with the USA on the side. As well as just, here, I know what I want to do with this. Just something I can use in different scenes without it being seen as the same character. But at the same time, maybe be the version of this. Because I don't plan on having it in this for a while. I'm not going to go into it, just I want to make this in a Wartime black, long story short. So with that, I'm going to do just the disassembling now for both of these 2-episode project on the dock tanks. So now, I'll do that. So now you have all the shaping done, and to go over it, one, got all the stickers off on both of them. Did not need to drop that, think it looks pretty nice. And although they're attached, let's hold on them. There we go. These are off. Faces are not off though. I gotta like use a drill to get the little holes out. So that's it for these. Running boards, just you got the motors out, you can see them over there, all the wheels. You got these, same stuff for here. Now, for these parts, something I want to go over. Both of these wheels, as you see like the gears, they're broken. Like, if I can get it right here on this one, and let me find them here, right here. You can see they're chipped. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might just keep them because I at least want the new Daniel model to run, just somewhat. So, I don't know, I'll figure out a way. Plus, they can, if you can see, it can move even though the wheel's not moving. Same for this one. I can probably glue that, but at the same time, I'm just not too sure. I'll find something. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the shaping, or not shaping, cutting. All that will really be is to kind of base it off my Rosie and other S100 dock tanks. I cut off the whistle right here. And, oh yeah, running board cut off from here to about here. Make this shorter from what's remaining. Cut into here a little bit. Really just kind of taking a lot of parts off that I won't be adding back. So now, I'll start with that. And now with this all taken apart, I'll go over them. Well, I'll do the chassis first. So, pretty standard to what I always do. Cut this part off, the little holes in here, and shorten this down to just the top layer. Same thing for this. So basically no differences apart from just really nothing. All you have to do is notice like where I cut, you could say. And on the side here, I kept the pieces. They're a little sharp, so I gotta be careful. But depending on what video comes out first, I'm recording these at the same time, this may come in handy for another project, so I'm going to keep them for now. I don't know if I'll need them or not. Second of all, you got the smoke boxes. Got the faces off. I forgot to remove the mold lines, just realized that. I'll do that, like these ones right here. I'll do that while I'm doing the next step. Nothing on here apart from the whistle. Same for here. And that's really it for that. Now I can just get to the shaping, which if I grab my Rosie over here, all that's going to be is whistle thing right here, this thing right here, like on the running board piece, thing in the front. Let's see what else. I think that's it. So I'll do all that shaping right now. So now all the shaping is done. I'll go over both of them. So basically identical. One, you got the little things on the front, just some cardboard. As well as you got these little, like, running board bits on the side. And these, they're very hard to do. Like, I've done them for Rosie and 2 other dock tanks I made. It's pretty difficult because you gotta cut, like, a complicated hole to fit the pipe. And then you gotta glue it, make sure it's level and all that. So, just a bit of a pain to do. And apart from the shaping here, it's just the whistle, which is just a Q-tip piece cut down and stuff. Same for this. And that's basically it. So for this next step, it's going to be something a bit different than before. Something I want to start to try. But I won't say what it is, so I'll just do it. But before I do, something I probably got to do, I got to drill a hole here, and I'll explain why later. So I'll do the thing right now. Ta-da! Finally, well, used primer. So, I'm not sure how it works yet, because, actually, first thing, I tested it on this Percy here, right? I tried this blue, because I'm thinking, like, I want to maybe try a different blue from this, although I think I may just stick with it. But also, I tested just some greens and this for another project. It's just a trash Percy, it doesn't matter. So, it also sanded it down, maybe hard to notice on both of them. So this is my first time. This is kind of like a test for an all-out model. And I may use it for a few projects, but I'm not sure just yet. This is like early stages. I'll probably maybe use it for the next project or two and see how it feels. So, yeah, that's it with that. So, what I'm going to do for the colors. This one, this is the new Daniel version. This is just going to be painted in a matte black, nothing too fancy. And I'm going to wait on the smoke box and roof. I'm going to do that with like the glossy black that I normally do. And also you got the wheels. This one is the Daniel. And as you see, drilled a hole. And I mentioned I would explain that. Bell. Here, let me get this in. It sits up kind of high. And it's a bit loose. But I can fix that. And although I think it would look pretty nice, like some people have, or friends of mine when I was talking to them have said, put it up here. I think that would look nice, but in terms of lamp codes, I don't know in what case a dock tank would need like a lamp code up here. Let's say, because I do want to try and maybe put that into some attention to detail in like a series. But it wouldn't work, so I put it right here, because I've seen people put it here and I do quite like it. I think it would be a nice substitution. So, I'll stop talking about that. And for the livery, it's going to be basically the same. Although, I'm going to decide between these two blues, which is this, the one you saw in the Percy earlier, and this one, the current one. And I guess we'll see what else I have, but I'll probably just stick with this one, I don't know. So, it'll be a surprise. Now, I'll put the base coats on. So now the base coats are on, and let's go over this one first. It's pretty simple. You got just a matte black all over. And I like the look of this, just S100s and even just the Tommy Rosie model. Just the livery suits them, I think, personally. So you got black on the front, the matte black, just all over, so pretty simple. You got the little shell part so far. You got the pistons and the middle wheel painted matte black, because the rest is going to be glossy. And over here, you have the front wheels painted black, and the back powered wheels. So that's it for this one. Now for Daniel here, you got the blue all over, and as you can see, I used the same blue as the past one, and this one, which I am not really going into that yet. So, just same blue as before. I think it looks alright. Although, I don't know, I was thinking about maybe going with a brighter one, but the other option, I just don't think that would have worked. So, this is the best one I got, and I do like it, so I don't get too much of a problem with it. You also got the blue on the front, and the side tanks, you can see they're not really like that, because I'm just going to paint them fully black on the top like I did for my Rosie and a few other things. So, and also, you see the middle wheel, I'm not painting that yet, because that's going to be the glossy black, so just paint this all over. And another thing is, the pistons, they're going to be black too, so I didn't paint those blue. And one more thing before I start on like the gloss black paint, I'm thinking for the, I said how, I might have mentioned, the wheels, they don't work, like, the gears are broken. Think for this, because I want to probably run it a lot, because I want to film with it. I might swap out the wheel and motor with my Tommy Rosie and just repaint the other one and give it to this. Because it'll probably benefit in the future. I don't plan on having that one move as much. So, just an idea I have. So now with that, I'll do the gloss black paint. Alright, so now the black paint is done. First I'll go over the simpler one. For this, extremely simple. Covered the door, just in a gloss black to make it look different. Covered the roof. Same on the other side. That's it for this part. This, repainted the, what's it called? Smoke box to make it just look more, well, what's the word? Even all over. As well as the little, running board bits. And for the chassis, you got the matte black wheels and pistons, and the gloss all over except for the front buffer beam and back and inside. Wheels are the same. Here you got the sides. And now for this part. You got just all gloss except for the same parts as last time. Wheel, which I've thought about this. I'm gonna be using this wheel on my Rosie. I have this in pieces because I took this part out, which I'm gonna be using on this. So this is gonna be just a new part for Rosie. And what else? Wheels, like I said earlier, all gloss. Now, this is the big part. The black on this has seemed to add so much. Just look at this. I really like this. I don't know if this appears well on camera, but it just looks very nice to me. Ooh, a little bit of a reflection, that's nice. But yeah, just black side tanks on the top, completely black. And the front is also black. You also got the top, the door, a little bit on here, on the back, and on here. Smoke box, like the other one, painted it black to make it look more even, and the sides, kept the front the same. And with that, I can start on the lining, which for this, I'm doing nothing. There's no lining for this, except for a few final details. Now this, if I grab the damn here, I gotta do the green lining with the black on the outside, because I'm gonna keep that. I do like that. Except I'm not gonna do green windows. I'm changing those to gold this time. And one singular stripe in the front. So, with that, I'm gonna be doing the green lines. So, I'll start now. I did not like doing that. So, the green lining is done, and I really like it. Brings out the blue a lot, I think. And yeah. So, first thing here, this was extremely difficult, as I say. As you remember from the video on this guy, the lining was absolutely terrible. I hated every moment of it, because the green is so hard to control. Got a cough. I'm gonna stop it with this tone now. It's been like, I admit, I've been a bit lazy, but it has been like maybe 3-4 weeks, I don't remember, that's off the top of my head, since I started the lining on this. And I'm also doing, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm doing 2 other projects at the same time as these. That'll be next week's video. And lining's even more difficult on that, and I'm working on all of them at once. I'll never do that again. So this just took forever. They may be drying a bit more, so I'm trying not to damage it. But you got the side lining, and I think I like it, because I kind of brought it in more, like, I showed this, but with my Rosie, the lining is out a lot more, like on the very edge. For this, I brought it in just a little bit, and I think that helps to improve the side tank shape, just because something felt off about the other ones. So you got this side, the back is like the blue, and I painted the bottom black. And here you get this as well. And this was not in like the concept edit, but I added green on the sides. I might remove this, because I'm not sure if it's like, the green's already not too realistic, but eh. You also got the blue line, or green line on the top and sides, so I like it. And, oh, I forgot to go over this, and I'm really trying not to damage it here. Yeah, Rosie's wheel here that I'll be using. But, yeah, like the black pistons with green lining. I think I like that, though. Better than, like, the blue lining you'd think with green lining as well. Yeah, just like it. So now what I can do, I can start on the final details, which is the 19 on the side, gold whistle, windows, all that. So, here are the final details all done. So, let's go over the one we've all been waiting for. This guy. Yeah. But okay, so really all I did for this was just paint the windows gold. Not on the front, I just left those blank because I don't want to deal with windows. They were a pain for this guy. And the whistle. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And on the running board, you got silver buffers, red buffer beam, black in the middle. And okay, now we can get to this guy. Let's start with the simple part first. So, you got the wheels normally. And on here, you got red on the front with the number 19. And same stuff on the back. And also, I lined out the frames. Because, I don't know, I thought that might look decent. And, this is just Rosie's wheels from earlier. I'm going to be just reusing these. And I'm making these to replace her wheels, you could say. And now this. The pain this has been. Starting the simple stuff. Yeah, the gold windows and the whistle. The front windows, this was a pain. It looks kind of weird because I had to do this like so many different times. The back, they look all right. They're not great. They're a bit messy, but it's the best I could do. It was a lot. So on the back, you got a lamp. My hands are a bit shaky. I've just been running around a lot today. This has been a long time. I've been wanting to get this done, so I've been rushing today. You got gold little nameplates, so not nameplates, builder's plates. And you got the 19 on both sides. This side was a lot harder than the other, but I like it. And now, the one thing that you haven't seen before, an NW. And the thing this is, he's going to be worked into my AU per se, the little crest thing there. So, I have it. Like, I'm thinking, like, before sorter-wise, I'll probably just cover the number and nameplate up with some paper, paint it well. I'm going to make it look decent, but basically, I'm not going to be making a separate model. Just wait till it comes out. I haven't even started much work on it yet, but I want to get to work on it soon. I really hope so. You also got lining on here and here. Oh, you know what? I might fix the lines on here. Via handrail. So yeah, I'm going to fix that. It's a quick one. And finally, this. You got blue on the sides. I ended up adding that. And finally, nameplates. I really like it. And nothing. It doesn't matter. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to weather it and add the clear coat. And now, the weathering and the clear coat's on. So every painting bit is done. Let's do this first. So, you get all this. Bit of a matte finish. But I mean, at the same time, like this, it's a matte paint against a matte clear coat. You're not going to notice much difference. Apart from maybe a bit of a shine. I'm not sure about that. But I do like it. I really like this a lot. So these two, not much change. Same for the smoke box, apart from the gloss bit. If I can get to focus. And what else? So you got the wheels here, and I'll skim over them. Yeah, this one, and this one, this one. Yeah. For Daniel's smoke box, you got a little bit of a matte feeling on it. I like it. Again, it's not too noticeable on camera, but still, I really like it. Now this, the matte brought this together so much, and the weathering. I really like this. Like, if I can get it focused, you can see it's a bit darker on top with the... Yeah, there we go. The camera just did a weird focus. You can see a little bit of the weathering. Especially, it's like very heavy on top, but it makes it just look dark all over. So, not sure if that's noticeable. Same on the side, but just really from like at a distance, I love this so much. It looks a lot better in real life than on camera, I'd say. Oh, and yeah, I went really heavy on this. I probably shouldn't have, but I like it. I think it worked out well. So now, what I can do is just put this all together. And actually, one final thing. I don't think I'm going to use the primer anymore. The primer I have been saying I used for this. And I also mentioned this in next week's project because I've been working on 4 things at the same time. It's been a pain. It's been so long and I'm so happy to get these done. It's been like 2 months since I've been working on all this. These 2 and next week's. If you've seen on Twitter, you know what next week's video is going to be. Or the next 2 weeks. Yeah. So, I'm going to stop rambling on about that. But just the primer. It makes things peel off so much, like the black mainly, but it doesn't help. It makes it, if anything, weaker. So, if anything, I'm going to stop using this primer. I might look for a different brand that works better in the future, but this one, it's just a failed experiment. Although it's alright, it's just slight downgrade in, well, paint protection, you could say. So now, I'll just put this all together. So... now, they are both 100% complete. First, let's do this guy. It's very, very simple. It's just a Wartime black dock tank S100. Yeah, it's not meant to look great. It's meant to be simple, and I plan on recording with this a little bit, but it won't be in like a lot of big pieces. It's just going to be, you see it pop up once or twice. It's not a big thing that I'm going to be caring about its appearance too much. Just want it to look nice. Looks nice, I think. Nothing too fancy. Now this guy. So, first things first, I have it facing this way because my old one here, the face fell off. I'm not using a Thomas face because it's a Thomas face. I'm doing a custom face for this. Something more original, kind of like my Flying Scotsman faces or my tornado faces, like how you know I did those. If you've seen that video, I'm doing it like that. So, didn't make it. Well, I did make it, but I'm not revealing it yet. I did want to reveal this on like before Sodor episode 1 version 3, but that's going to be a long time. So I'm probably going to make a short little video. It's nothing too special. I don't know. I'm still kind of working on it. It's in a concept phase. I don't know. I got to think about it still. I might be using the current design. I might be changing it up a bit. So I have one. It's just I need to decide on it still. So now just whipped up a quick smoke box door. Yeah. I love this so much. I'm just going to start with that. Such a big improvement from this. Like, I thought the livery wouldn't work too well on this, but I think it works even better. Like, you can like really see the blue on like how it's just kind of a thinner line. And I really like the weathering job and all that. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's such a big improvement. I love this a lot. Really. Oh, wait. I didn't put the wheel on Rosie yet, so I have it right over here. You got this just in pieces. It's going to be a face like this, actually, the face. You got a little meme face. Okay, but yeah. It's just going to be a face like this, and I need to replace the wheel. This is just a weird bit for the motor. So, not much to say, but this guy, I'll be keeping it. I'll be keeping it around, just probably not using it. But this, I'm really glad I changed from an E2 because, not the best basis. I'm being realistic here. But I do like it, really. It worked a lot better than I thought it would. And I'm very happy with the result. And, well, really, this will be the new channel icon. The thing you see in the profile picture. And actually, in the picture, for now, it's going to keep the smoke box door not... It'll keep the smoke box door face until I reveal it, which probably won't be too long. But I'm talking, I want to make a Halloween profile picture now, even though it's in, tomorrow from when this video is coming out. I don't know. I think it would be kind of nice because I haven't been able to do that since before September, a little bit before September. I've been working on this guy and the next week project, so it feels really good to get it done. So this is the new S100 Daniel. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.
You really thought you could just forget about me? Well, no, not gonna happen. Just know, the clock's ticking.